because we're fancy. Mm, sorry to hear that. That stinks. Last time my wife and I flew up to New York to go see the family. It's actually going to a funeral, but um our flight at JFK got canceled and we ended up having to stay overnight. So I had to get another hotel room. If you've ever taken the subway from Manhattan all the way to the airport, it's not close. Hey, Petro. Brett, good morning. Ken's here. All right. Let me check on YouTube. Morning, Robert. Always have to get onto a different account because I can't see the chat. All right. I guess no one on YouTube yet. If you're on YouTube, say hello. I'm looking for you now. Morning, Carlos. Robert, how are you? It is Friday. Sweet. Thank you, Carlos. I don't I don't see anyone in the chat, but maybe they're just shy. Oh, sorry. It's because I'm turning my head. Is that better? Morning, Don. Okay. Yeah, this mic is really sensitive. If I turn my head like this, it's gone. And now it's back. Kay is on YouTube. All right, we got somebody. We'll take it. We start pretty much now. I think Roger's logging in. That's horrible. I've never I've never been able to qualify for TSA pre-check. I always get denied. I I have no idea. My father can't get it either. My wife can, but not me or my dad. Morning, Rusty. Uh, I mean that would make sense if it was just me, but
No, going on here? Nobody's saying anything. Got it. Stay panelist. Oh, RSV vaccine. Moderna just approved US FDA approval for RSV vaccine. Just happened a minute ago. Just FYI. Let me get myself back up here. Stay panelist. Ooh, light room. Is everybody what's going on, Matt? Can you check and see what's happening? Good morning, Ken, Frosty B. Haven't seen you in a while. Jill. Good morning to you for
oh,
the
we got
second
one
time
out.
today. Natasha, how are you? I can never forget your name because my wife, same name. Uh, Mark, Gaston, BB, how are you? Helicopter gal. Oh, you took that, Gaston took that Dash trade. That's good. Yeah, Dash and D-Dog are both looking good. I'm waiting for a pullback to see which ones stay weak. Like D-Dog is staying weak right now. But I'm not really seeing much of a pullback. That's the problem. And it's a Friday. Fridays are wonky days, so usually best to get a pullback. To the VWAP. Anastasia, good morning. Carlos went to my ego funeral today after the market opened. Oh, ouch. Is anyone in line to take a new jab? Uh, what is the new jab? Do you know what are we talking
Probably
about?
the RSV vaccine.
What is the RSV? What is that?
Isn't that like a respiratory infection?
I have no idea. No, I don't follow these things as closely as I should. Petro, thank God it's Friday. Yes. Hey, is it Sue or Susan? Let's see who this is. Sue, how are you, Sue? Rachel, how are you? Sandeep, good, good. Rusty, ex-Dell guys bought puts yesterday. My old book was not looking good until later this year. Gotcha. Ooh, Ralph's been in France, but back in the fray. Lisa, happy Friday to you too. David, good morning. Carrie, good morning. Dale says CLX puts. I hope you're getting all that. Yeah, I have the same response, Ken. Frosty B. Leslie. Have I said hood at first half hour? Might again back in. Look at you, Gaston. Rochelle, good morning. Fred, good morning. We'll be starting in about 2 minutes. Oh, the room all of a sudden just got bumped up pretty quickly. Brendan, good morning. Terry, good morning. Um, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm waiting for a pullback because I think this market could potentially go a little bit lower before turning around, but just not seeing one. We got it. Here, let me share my screen. Usually helps to share my screen. Let me. Good, good, Bob. And remember today, 2 o'clock, we're having the second part of the class. Oh no, we're having the third part of the class.
A3.
I promised to have this class be a 3 hour class, and now it's become a 5 hour class. Trade using method learned from yesterday boot camp, $5 on trade on Nike. Hey, that's pretty good. You grab that one too, Matt. I'll give it to Josiah, or I'll give it to Dave. All right. Visual learner screens are good. Yeah, and remember, I'm going to give you guys that presentation, that slide deck that I've been doing. After today, we're going to go through it completely. So I will give it to you, so you guys will have something to study over the weekend. And then next week, The reason I haven't given you is a date that I want to do the live class is the reason I haven't given you a date is because I'm trying to figure out what a good date would be next week to do it. So I'll clear my schedule and we'll figure it out. It's not because I flaking or I forgot or anything like that. It's just simply because I want to pick a really good date and I'm exhausted. And also, when I'm exhausted, it does impact my trading. I don't trade as well when I'm exhausted, and that doesn't do you guys any favors. So I'm trying to, trying to be balanced and trying to keep everything as talking 5 hours a day live and trading. You guys understand. Carlos says bootcamp is well prepared instructionally. You get into details. I've read only on books. Certainly Kramer, yes. Yeah, it's been a long week. So I wanna I don't want to, it's like driving. You guys want me to drive, but you want me to drive well. You don't want me to get into an accident. So that's the important part. That's the important part. Let me move all this down here. Here. There we go. You grab all those, Matt. Perfect. All right. All right. I think the room is full enough for us to start. VIX is at 1440. Do you class earlier this week, Tuesday, when you'll still relax from the weekend? I don't know. I don't know when, Penny. It'll be probably Tuesday through Thursday, one of those days. I just need to find the date and I'll give it to you ahead of time. Steven, thank you for that. That's a very nice comment. Brendan says, I'm taking my 87-year-old mother to a doctor's appointment Wednesday and Thursday. Listen, what can I tell you? I'm going to try to make it a day where it's convenient, Yeah, maybe here's a solution. How about we let Clyde do the class? Hey, Brian, good morning or good afternoon. Let me speaking of Clyde, you guys got to see this. You got to see this. Look at this rascal. What do you guys think of that, huh? Shameless, right? Shameless. Shameless. This is what I come home to. The first thing I see when I come home to is that. I mean, what else, Great pick, right? All right, all right. Let's sorry, I don't mean I know a lot of you are not into all of that stuff, but I just wanted to give the room a life to the room a chance to fill up. You want me to post it in the Telegram? Okay, I'll do it right now. Here. Here, it's in the main Telegram channel. I just posted it. Okay. Yeah, me too, BB. Me too. All right, all right. So, um, let's talk a little bit about the market. We have an extremely yeah, Kate, we have an extremely fragmented market right now. Just to give you an idea of how fragmented it is. Oops, wrong page. I don't know why I'm looking at bees. I'm looking at this. Okay. If you look at the futures right now, you'll see the Nasdaq is down about 200 points while the Dow's up 33 points, which doesn't make much sense, but the S&P is taking sides with Nasdaq, all right? And uh, and it's very difficult to catch a bid when you see this, and obviously tech is overshadowing everything. Now notice the market looked really great this morning. But how did the market look half hour later? It looked like crap. It really looked like crap. One thing that you will see, and let me just go to the main screen easier. One thing you will notice. One thing you will notice right now. And I sent you this layout yesterday, by the way, for anybody who asked. Bill, send me an email, please. Send me an email. Definitely not the time for it right now. Um, Roger@rogerscott.com. And by the way, I gave you guys a spread yesterday on Gap stores. How did you guys do on it? Did you guys get out, make money on it, lose money on it? Let me know. Give me some feedback. I want some feedback. Gave it to you guys yesterday. Have not been able to get out. Losing, made $20. Don't care about Trump speaking on live. Couldn't care less. Didn't get filled. Okay, all over the place. All right. Couldn't make spread. I care about the spread. All right. Basically, just kind of like not here, not there. All right. All right. All right. Even, huh? Wow, not out yet. Weird. All right. All right. That's strange. Omar made 50% on GPS. That's what you should have made on the GPS calls. I wonder if maybe I'm going to teach you guys how to work them. That's very strange. Very strange. Anyways, so far, good. A. Interesting. Interesting. DB Cooper, what does Google Hood and WBA have to do with spread I'm talking about? Huh. All right. Remember, guys, as I mentioned before, you have the same long as a short. So if there's a short exercise, you can exercise your long at the same price. Okay. All right. All right. Maybe I'll hold off on those for now because I don't want to get you guys into stuff you can't get out of. Yeah. Now, why is he talking about DB Cooper? I'm curious. What are you talking about? Google, we got out of Google. Hood was a bonus trade that was up this morning, and WBA is up 41 cents. It's not doing anything. You got to take it easy, DB Cooper. You got to take it easy. Oh, so if you held Google for swing, let me look at it right now. Uh, we're almost at the stop out level, like right around the stop out level. If the market doesn't go any lower today, we'll be okay. If not, it'll be difficult. All right, good BB. This is good information. We're going to record the live trading session for it will be recorded and put in the members area. Yeah, Google's actually holding on pretty good today. It's actually only down. Google's not really doing that bad today. You guys do realize that Google's only down for 2 days and it's just now below the 8 day. I mean, it it that anyways, I'm going to continue. All right. So broad market. Broad market. I told you guys being very, very careful. I told you guys that as I mentioned to you, I told you guys that the market is not as stable as it was. I told you when we were breaking down that if we don't go above this level, we're not going to be in good position. We talked for the last several days. We talked for the last several days about this. How markets don't have stability, how most sectors are below the moving average, how the Russell 2000 is below, the Dow is below, the Nasdaq is below. Hope you guys remember that discussion that we have, that the only thing that's holding up the market is technology. If technology goes down, the market's not going to be as strong as it is right now. That there's very small, it's amazing. You guys remember all the cool stuff, but you don't remember any of this stuff that I've said. But I've said that over and over. Limit your exposure. Don't take too many trades right now, one way or the other. I've been saying all of that too. So only 44% of stocks are trading above the 50-day moving average, which puts the index right here, actually. So the index doesn't have a lot of strength right now. It just doesn't have a lot of strength, doesn't have a lot of firepower. The main takeaway here is going to be if the index drops to this level and doesn't break the 100-day, we'll be fine. This will be a minor pullback. But if we get to the 50-day moving average and if we get to the 50-day moving average and we start breaking below it, we're probably going to hit the 100-day. Probably going to hit the 100-day. Although downside sentiment isn't all that big right now, and we're in the summer, so not really expecting anything. Another reason why I'm not really I'm very skeptical of this downside move, and I don't really see this downside move having too much leg, is we're starting to get into a zone of safety right here. Not too much, but a little zone of safety. But most importantly, look at volume. The Nasdaq is down 250 points. Look at the volume. As a matter of fact, let's go to the QQQ. Look at volume. The average volume is on the Nasdaq about 40 to 50 million. Yeah, 40 to 50 million. We're at 12 million volume right now. Volume typically on a real meaningful downside, you tend to see a lot more volume. So to me, this does actually look like folks are taking profit on technology right now and locking up their profit. This doesn't seem to me like there's aggressive short selling right now. Want to make sure you guys understand that. Not a lot of aggressive short selling. Also, if you look at few things. If you look at VIX, you'll see that it's not really spiking up all that much. I mean, it's actually down right now. So I'm not seeing an expansion of volatility. I'm not seeing. Do you guys see why I don't really want to go short right now? It's Friday. The market looks very, very. It doesn't look. I'm not believing this very much. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying what the market's selling right now. Um, Maybe we will go down, but I don't see a lot of firepower to the downside today, especially with the Dow being strong. So I think what we're seeing is more profit taking than anything else and just redistribution of capital amongst other sectors. Keep in mind, I mean, think about how long this has been going on for. See how we're entering this area on the NASDAQ right here? There's a lot of consolidation here. There's a lot of strength here. I did tell you this morning that if we break this area, the odds are we're going to go lower. No, it's not a heavy down day, but we did break this area, and I think we're going to stay supportive right around here. Oops. Right around here. But obviously, any longs that you took over the last 2, 3 days and kept are going to be down today in tech. I don't really care which one you took. There's no tech that's really up today. That's because the Nasdaq is down. That's why a swing trade is a trade that usually lasts 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks, not 2 to 3 days. That's what a swing trade is. All right. No, I don't think so. Oh, speaking of, I was actually looking at NVIDIA. Let me tell you something about NVIDIA. I was looking at this yesterday. Ignore all this. But if you look at these gaps, this to me looks like a breakaway gap, and this to me looks like looks to me like it could be done unless we fill this gap and we don't go lower, but we start filling in and going below 1020. Kitchen closed, no more soup. Well, yes, SMH is, yeah. So again, be careful here. Be careful because 2 gaps in a row is not kosher. And especially if one gap gets filled, that's not going to be good. All right. Small caps, money rotating into small caps is also positive. That's not a bad sign. And I warned you during the morning show a few weeks ago that I said that small caps are starting to get stronger. Okay, we got to keep an eye on Nvidia. Few things I wanted to talk about the large cap stocks. Netflix, real quick. Netflix is having its second down day. Usually they have 2, 3 down days before reverting, but we would have we don't really have much support till about the 610. So it can go another couple of days and then come back up. Um, Microsoft. Microsoft is not looking good at all. But at the same time, it's entering this area here, and there's a lot of support here. And also right here, there's a lot of support around here. There's a lot of value here. So I don't think it's got that much more to go to the downside, but I don't like the size of these bars. But that's really what's causing today's downside. Google. Yeah, Google's not really doing much. If you were to do this, for example, oops, sorry about that. If you were to do this, for example, like this or like this, you're not angled too much. You're still look at how high you're angled. So it's nothing crazy. Matter of fact, if I was to switch this to daily, this is a better example. You could see that the 50 days, look at the slope of the 50-day. It's still going up. So there's some potential consolidation and upside move there. All right. Again, this downside doesn't seem to, especially on the SPY, which is down only 0.5%. It just doesn't seem to have a lot of leg room. And we tend to give out in the market on Fridays around 1:30-ish, tends to die off or turn around. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little turnaround. Also, there's some stocks like Target, for example, that are starting to come up. There's some buying accumulated with it. There's some buying. So I'm not entirely bearish on the market. I just simply think that after Dow pulling this on all of us, I mean, look at this. It's at support level now, or near support level now. A lot of value here. A lot of value. I didn't say that, Rochelle. I didn't say that. I think the best thing to do right now is to hold up. It's just started if it's going to correction. Are you asking me a question? I mean, think about this for a second. The QQQ made an all-time high 3 days ago. So by definition, wouldn't this be a start if we started a correction? I mean, we've had 3 down days. This is the third real down day. Not even the second real down day. And on the SPY, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I told you guys right here, there's a really good chance this is a reversal bar. You can rewind and go back to that session here. So if it is a reversal with a huge question mark, then this is a good start. Then we're starting right now. But that question doesn't make much sense because we just started no matter how you look at it. But again, that's my opinion. So what do I think right now? Do I think we're going to go down? Do I think we are going to do you think we're going to do I think we're going to break down key levels, go down? No, not at all. What I think is going to happen is this. Send me an email, Claire, if you have a question. That's what my email's for. And that's a great question to ask me via email. I don't want to take the time of how many people we got in this room? 300 people in this room to answer a question that's only relevant to you. Send me an email. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. See, here's the problem. The Dow is all the way down here. All the way down here. The Dow looks like it had a nice little pullback. That's a pullback. So the question is the QQQ going to mimic it, or is the Dow going to come back up? If the QQQ mimics it, this is your target right here, the value area. but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. If the tech has that much with this AI revolution. Also, it's summer right now, and earnings are over. Next week we have CPI, PPI, all that good stuff. Not sure. Matt, would you give Sandeep my email? Can somebody here give Sandeep my email
Got
address,
it.
please? No, I wouldn't be strangling anything right now. I just explained that I'm expecting a smaller move. Let me see something here. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. One second. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. All right. So I just needed to check something. Cyrus says QQQ doesn't look good today. I think it will go down more. Maybe it's Friday, Cyrus. Remember, that's the only problem. It's Friday and we have low volume and we have a lot of activity next week. Okay. Go back to my chart. I'll tell you what, guys. I'll give you a bonus. I'll give you a bonus swing trade because it's Friday. Don't. It's a bonus. I'm not going to be monitoring it. ACN right here. This is the 5 minute. This is the daily. This would be probably a swing trade. You would put your stop loss around the 290, 292 area, maybe even right here around 298 area. And you would short it now. And what you could do is the reason I didn't want to give it to you guys as an official trade in the VIP in the pit right now is because it's too spready. I'm just going to be honest with you. But since it's a bonus trade, you guys figure it out. Um, 21 days to go. You go right here, 54 delta. You buy the 282.50 and you sell the 275 right here. 21 days to go, ACN June 21st. All right, let's get to our stock lists. By the way, everybody who asked me to email them the TC2000 sheet, I complied. All right, today let's start with the longs, okay? Let's start with the longs. I like some longs here. AT&T. I like me some AT&T. Mm-mm-mm. That AT&T sure looks good. And look at the intraday. You would put your stop right here at the 50 and the 100-day moving average. You would go 21 days out. You would go to calls, 21 days out, and you would go right here, 1750 call, 21 days out. Right here. Yeah, I'll move it. I'll move this down here, okay? Next long. I remember talking about this baby. And I know you do too. I would put my stop right here. Now, if the Dow turns around, this thing will rally. 2230, 76 delta, 23 calls. How do you guys like my picks so far? So far. This is a beauty right here. Boot Barn moving along with Levi's. I don't know why. Maybe the cowboy thing's coming back. Hell if I know. I would put my stop below this pivot right here at about 104. We're going 21 days out. We're going to go to the 78 Delta right here, 110 calls. Can somebody help Natasha, please? Next one is this one's a little choppy. Let's but you know what? The spreads are actually not bad. This will give you a lot. This has a lot of choppiness, but hey, I'm warning you ahead of time. You would put your stop right here at the 100 day, maybe even the 200 day. Honestly, I probably do that, and you're $17. I would go 21 days out. Natasha, if nobody helps you out, I'll help you out. Just wait, see if somebody comes in and helps. I mean, we only have 300 and something people here. Yeah, I'll come in. Uh 78 too spready. Too spready. Forget it. Forget it. All right. It seems like everybody missed that ACN trade for some reason. Puts right here. 21 days to go. You're going 282.50s and you're buying 275s. 21 days to go. Now let's go back to our thank you guys. Thank you. Sats. That stock looks fantastic right now. Fantastic. And you guys know that if a stock is being bought last couple of days, it's obviously being bought by institutions because the market's been going straight down. Right here, took a long time to fill, but just did. What are you talking about, Mervis? What took you a long time to fill? Give us, oh, ACN. I got you. 1720 would be the stop. No, I want to be on, I just switched to puts real quick for ACN again. Thank you. I want to be on calls. Right here. Yeah, as I mentioned, somewhere around the $17 area. 21 days to go. 77 Delta. 1750 calls would be appropriate. CNX. Yeah, all right. 50-day moving average, 2392. 82 Delta, 25 call. CNX, June 21st, 21 days to go. That one looks great right now. Stop right below this pivot, which happens to be touching the moving average, the 15-day EMA. 99.50. 99.50. 21 days to go, 82 Delta. Spread is too wide. THC. You know what? I would wait for more pullback on this one. I like this one a lot, actually. Pivot right here, 86.29. 21 days to go. 68 Delta's fine, or 75, which would put you at 87 or 87.50 call. June 21st, AFL. Don't forget lunch, Matt.
Yep.
We're gonna wait on this one. A little too parabolic for my liking, and I don't like how it's looking today, so we're gonna skip that one. FLR. This is my mother-in-law's old place of employment. Not reacting as well as I like today, and I don't like how it's moving down. So we just sit on this one for a while. We don't do anything. I do like Levi's. I do like Boots. I like AT&T. I like those. I do like those quite a bit. Let's talk about the short side now, shall we? And I gave you guys some bonus trades this morning on Dash and D-Dog. Did anybody take those in the pit? If you have, let me know. Those are just some bonus trades earlier today. Look at that. Oh, Gaston made 30% on Dash. Good. Good. Thomas, D-Dog is doing great. Good, good, good. Good, good. That's good to see some people taking those trades. All right. All right. Oh, lastly, I forgot was supposed to post this. Thought I was supposed to post this, but I guess not. Oh, nothing today. Need to post. Huh, no CTAs for me today. All right. First one, Adobe. Adobe looks like it's breaking out. Yeah, I would wait till after lunchtime too. I would wait till after lunchtime. Today's Friday. Be careful on Fridays. But I like how Adobe's moving down without any pullback. See, I wanted to take some shorts, but I thought the market would have pulled back by now, but it didn't. It hasn't pulled back at all. I mean, look, straight down, no pullback. So I need to see which stocks are gonna give and which stocks are gonna stay weak. Because what you want to do is you want stocks that are making new lows as the market starts to rally. Those are the ones you want because as soon as the market turns back down, boom. I think most of you are starting to get the lay of the land. All right, Adobe near the main moving averages, about 476. What? You're going to give this a 35-point stop? Hell yeah. This thing moved like 50 points in 2 days. We're looking at 21 days out. It's moving down, not sideways, but I don't like the fact that the Dow's moving up. The Nas too much drama, which isn't good for market action. So, we'll do a spread here. 50, you're going to go to the 50, closest to the 50, which is 440. You're going to buy the 440. You're going to sell the 430. You're going to spend $5 and you're going to go 10 points out. Not in light of I mean, not in light of the downside we just saw. It's only the second day. It can go a little more. And remember, I'm talking about very short-term action. I'm not talking about long-term. I would say yes, I would agree with you and say it's a little too far away, but look at the market. You got to remember, you got to kind of compare everything to the market. You can't just look at it in isolation. Okay. Too far away from EMA would be like right here somewhere. Parabolic, like pocket. You want an air pocket. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Snow. I'll talk about next week a little later, Perry. Snow. Snow is snowing down. Snowing down. Also, keep something else in mind. These moving averages are lagging, so they're always in real time going to look like it's a little bit behind. So in like 2 days, this is really like right here. Good. Look at you, Gaston. You've been applying the Roger Scott trading methodology, I see. Aren't you a financial advisor? Yeah, you are a financial advisor. 74 delta, 145 puts right here. And I put my stop right here, just above the moving averages. Good for you, Rochelle. Where? With a stop right here, about 67, 68, 21 days out. 74 delta right here. 60, excuse me, 67 delta with a 74 intrinsic. I like this. It's not overextended. I really do like this stock. I'm gonna put it on my watch list right now. Let's continue. Thomas, I'm going through my short stocks right now. If there's a reason why you want me to talk about Hood, please email me. I don't go off the reservation. Otherwise, I'd be here for 3 hours. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Nice, nice short here. I would put my stop right here at about 68.70. 21 days to go. Delta of 82 right here, 67.50. What is the put value for Square? Maybe somebody can help Barbara, but it was the 67 put expiring 6/21. Nice steady grind down. We've talked about this stock at least, I don't know, 20 times here. Stop loss right here at the no, it wasn't 74 Krish. It was 67 put. 51 right here, your stop loss level, 21 days to go. Right here, somewhere right here, either the 47.50 or the 50. Yeah, Square was right here. Square, yeah, it would be 64. It wouldn't be 74. It would be, excuse me, it would be 67. Right here, right around here, right around here. 67 right here. 74 delta, 67 put. Good, 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 good. Mexico and Mexican ETFs are starting to break down, by the way, too. This is on a daily. It's not looking all that great. I would put my stop right at 121.93. The spreads are too wide here. Just FYI, spreads are too wide. P-Core, put my stop right here at about 69.50. Right here. Can somebody educate Bev? Bev, you must be new here, right? Yeah. Can somebody educate Bev, please? So we want to go to it's too spready. Too spready. So look, Bev. Why am I typing your? Yeah. What was the ticker there? It was what ticker are we talking about? What was the ticker so I could show her? We're talking about so many tickers. Snow, right, right, snow. So look, Bev, this is your delta. 21 days to go. It's a relevant question. This is your delta. So your question was specifically the price is 136. Okay, so let's say 135. Your delta is 0.43. So for every dollar the stock moves, you get 43 cents on your option. If you do it my way, you get 75 cents on the option. I hope I just answered your question for every dollar move. Don't be cheap. Bev, don't be cheap. See, I could tell you're new here, Bev. All right. We don't deviate. We go 0.70. The only time we do 0.50 is if we want to do it with a spread because we're taking in a spread that's nasty too. So we're selling a bad spread and we're buying a little better spread. Yeah, yeah, with puts, right? All right. You want to play hardball? Here's calls. 21 days, 80 delta is 1850 in the money. And if you want to go in the money, if you wanted to go, oh, sorry, I'm still on puts here. So here you go. Deeper in the money. So for this one, I would be buying the 75. You'd be buying the 18, the 18. My option has twice the delta that you, almost twice the delta that yours does. So for every dollar that the stock moves, you would only get 46 cents. I'd get 75 cents. You see? It works with calls and puts, Bev. All right. Matt, why don't you do seasonality and we'll call it a day till 2 p.m. when we have our class, and it'll be a last session. Thank you guys. Bev, 0.70 or higher. Don't be cheap. Don't be cheap. Hey Angie, I haven't seen you the last couple of days. I was actually thinking about you yesterday. I hope you're okay.
All right. Here is the week ahead seasonally. There's your 11 sectors. And then on the bottom, you actually nudge it over a little bit. And see, you can see what's what. That one's a little choppy. But there's Dow Spy and QQQ on the bottom right. Choppy week. That's the biggest takeaway. Really choppy. Consumer staples probably. Actually, I wouldn't say it's the one that's most consistently to the downside, but the numbers are very small. It's only 0.25% there. So mostly just chop.
And by the way, next week we have CPI, PPI, and a slew of other things. So don't get too excited about this downside pressure. I love downside pressure because it's easier for me to trade, but I don't know if it's going to last or not. I don't think I send an exit for the weekly cash trade that we just got into like 2 days ago. Folks, take it easy with everybody wants to get out of trades like in a day or two nowadays. I'm spoiling them, Matt, you know?
Yep.
Take it easy. My God. All right, go ahead.
We are waiting for this to switch over. There we go. Okay, here's your sectors to the long side with the system. A lot of the profit factors are weak. Consumer discretionary is okay. Tech is, again, okay. Profit factor is good. Win rate's pretty low. Energy is probably your strongest. And you'll actually see that in the constituents in just a minute. But yep, energy looking the best. If you go to the short side, we're still not getting a lot of love, to be honest. Profit factors are terrible, and the win rate's not even good either. 10-day hold is right here. Profit factors are pretty bad still. So we're leaning towards the downside more than the upside, but we're not leaning super heavily. But those are pretty weak. You lost money on most of these. So anything one is break even on all your trades. Above one is profit overall. Below one is a loss overall. If we go back to the long side, let me make this easier actually. There we go. It's a little easier to see. The number for today is small. It's not that small. I misspoke there. It's 251. It's average. the number on the short side, and this just kind of helps us gauge market momentum for seasonality. If you're newer here, is 56. Go to the long side to 70. We're at 46 to 60. We're at 180. It's not terrible. Trend wise, the only thing I noticed on the long side was all the energy stocks popping up. So ESX, I saw Marathon. There it is right there. Kinder Morgan. There's more. I saw them earlier. Chevron. XOM. So let's do it like this. You'll be able to see it a lot easier. So I sorted it by sector. Oh, I went right. I blew right past it. There's energy. Uh, that's about it.
All right. So we will see you guys at 2 p.m. Don't be square. We're going to have an amazing session, and I'm going to be talking about things that I've never talked about before. Nice, Adam. Good. Good. No, you shouldn't be buying. Dean, I just got done talking about how VIX is not responding nearly as much, and we don't have a full blown downside. And it's no, no. The answer is no. I'm not seeing anything like that. I'd love to tell you that there's going to be a crash. I'm not seeing any of that. I'm just seeing the profit takers on tech taking a little money off the table and support coming in from blue chips. I'm really not seeing that the drama that's there that a lot of folks are seeing. Here I'm going to tell you what is going to happen. Here I'm going. Frosty's going to tell us it'll go up, up, down, then up. There you go. He's right. You could all anybody who wants to email me, except don't ask me customer service emails. First of all, I'm not qualified. B, I don't know. C, you're asking the wrong guy. D, ask me trading questions, not customer service questions. I'll end up sending you the wrong information for the wrong platform or something like that. It's a mess. But if you want trading questions, I'll gladly answer them. Where does the IV go down on the GPS short side leg? It's been going down, David. It's been going down. By the way, just so you guys know, you should never ever have to pay more money to get out of a spread than what you paid, the time spread I'm talking about, because the strike prices are the same. All you have to do is exercise your option if you need to get out, the one you're long, and then it'll match the one that's short. All right. I'll see you guys at 2 p.m. And if anybody has any questions that I have not answered over the last 2 hours live talking today, please send me an email. And I'll talk to you guys real soon. All right. I'll see you guys real soon, 2 hours and 7 minutes. When you accept that this is what will happen, you will understand the markets when someone asks, hey, what's going to happen? Exactly, Frosty B. We got to have Frosty B sometimes here in the studio, Matt.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. All right, guys. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Otherwise, I'll see you in 2 hours. And you'll get the slide deck today, so you'll be able to review it. I hope to see you soon. I know I'll love you. I already love you, Frosty B. All right. Bye, guys. We'll talk soon.
Bye, everyone.